And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the long anticipated sequel to one of the best Pixar movies ever made in history, The Incredibles 2. 14 years, people. I've been waiting for this movie for a long time, and it was worth the wait. I mean, this movie is beyond awesome. And don't worry, no spoilers here. So let's basically break it down. First of all, this movie basically picks off right with the first movie leads off, and then it goes into a whole new adventure. So basically, in the world of the Incredibles, superheroes are outlawed. They can't be superheroes, because every time a superhero does something, they have to be relocated. That's why, Bob and his family, they're undercover most of the time because they're not supposed to be superheroes. Unfortunately, something happens where they come out of hiding and they have to become superheroes again for that one time to fight the bad guy from the end of the first movie. So basically, this business tycoon comes out of nowhere, and he offers the superheroes a chance for them to do good, so that way they can get to the public's eye saying, hey, superheroes can be good again for the public, and we need to help them any way we can. So their best bet is to use Elastigirl, because apparently, to their data, Elastigirl causes the least amount of damage, unlike Frozone and Mr. Incredible. He's got ice powers and Mr. Incredible super strength. You know how that turns out, with Superman, whoever. So they don't want too much, damage to make them look bad. They want it to be good publicity for them to do pretty much good. And they're using Elastigirl. And then of course a new villain shows up, and Elastigirl has got to solve the crime. And while she does that, Mr. Incredible stays home with the kids. Simple point. What I liked about this movie a lot was the fact that the story was, simple little story. It was simple. The animation looked amazing. I mean, you take this animation from now and you go back and watch the original one. The original one still holds up to this day. But if you look at the animation now with that, can't even compare. I mean, this animation was gorgeous. I mean, like, literally. It felt like a 1950s cartoon. Like the mobsters and all that stuff. It felt like that with modern stuff. So that was cool. We got to see Elastigirl embrace her powers a lot more, because she was pretty much one of my favorite characters of the first movie, but she never really got to shine in that first one. So it was nice seeing her become a better Mrs. Fantastic than Mr. Fantastic, if you catch my drift. I mean, let's face it, she's better than him any day of the week. And let's face it, the Incredibles themselves are a better Fantastic Four movie than the Fantastic Four movie, but still, I was like very impressed with that. So the action scenes were great. The stuff with Jack was like hilarious. Even Violet, their teenage daughter, she shined a lot. And got to see Mr. Incredible kind of be that parent that breaks down, and he's dealing with a lot. Dealing with the fact he's got kids. He's got one teenager who's already started the day. He's got a son who needs help with homework, and his baby is starting to develop the powers that he's supposed to have. So he has to deal with that as well while the mom goes off to work. So it really worked a lot in so many different ways, and I really appreciate what Pixar did with this movie. And I get why they kind of waited so long for the sequel, but I just hope we don't have to wait too long for the third one. I mean, I already want a third one. And the villain of the movie was, it was okay. It didn't need to be Syndrome. We didn't need another Syndrome, very good villain. We just needed a villain so that way Mr. and Mrs. Incredible could do their thing. But it had great laughs. Obviously, there was one scene with Jack. Jack is like really good. But yeah, like I said, the action scenes in here were pretty great. So that was good. I highly recommend just going and seeing this movie. Take your kids. If you're that person who watched the first one as a kid, and you're like high school level or even older, And if you have kids now, go take your kids to see it, because this movie is pretty much for everybody. Go check it out. Like I said, I highly recommend watching it. It's a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, great characters. You know, everybody can relate to these characters, so that works a lot. It's just a fun time at the movie. So just go watch it, have popcorn, whatever, and go have fun. And by the way, there's a short film that plays before it called Bow. Oh, very beautiful little short film. Very good. Yeah, I love that short very much. You know, I think it's probably my favorite short out of all the Pixar shorts. You know, I just like that one a lot. It really hits you right here in the chest. So that was great. But yeah, like I said, finally comes out. I'm so glad it did. I had to watch it again to see which one I like better. You know, between 1 and 2, but I don't know yet. So I want to go check it out again as soon as I can. But it's gonna be fun to see what happens, and hopefully we get a sequel. Maybe this even branches out to prequels. You know, maybe they do a movie of how Mr. Incredible became Mr. Incredible, or how he met Elastigirl. Who knows? Maybe they were doing superhero stuff before, you know, their kids and stuff. So who knows? We just have to wait and see what happens moving forward. Hopefully this movie makes money, and they can do another one. It doesn't take that long to make it. So yeah, that's pretty much legit. Like I said, go check out The Incredibles 2. You're gonna have a lot of fun with it if you've seen the first one, and just let me know what you guys thought about it. Thank you very much, and have a good day.